So I'm sure, as most of you guys know at this point, hopefully all of you watching this video, maybe there's a few brand new players that are just trying to learn, the crux of Dokkan Battle and the characters that you're going to be obtaining are going to be via the summoning feature. So most of the time these characters are going to cost you stones, and you're going to have to summon for them on regular banners. But in today's video, I'm going to be covering characters who are farmed up completely free to play and do not require stones, and then we'll also be discussing how to obtain each character. So if that is something that interests you, go ahead and stay tuned for this video. And if you do find it helpful and find a character that you did not have that you're going to farm up after this video, don't forget to leave a like before you go. Also, before we get into today's video, let me know down below what type of guides you guys would like to see for me to close out 2024. 2024 has been an amazing year for the Vilify channel, and we are going to be continuing strong into 2025, but part of it is I need to know what you guys want to see, so that way I can help, cover everything that you guys need. So if you enjoyed today's list, let's go ahead and get started. Now, the first character we're going to be talking about is going to be Grandpa Gohan. This is a World Tournament LR. So where do we obtain this character? This is going to be dropped from a local reward during the next few World Tournaments. I believe at least the next 4 or 5. So that way everybody can rainbow the character. Now, you might be thinking, if this is a ranking reward, I have to grind World Tournament. Well, no. The beauty of it is you do have to play, but it is very, very easy to get in the top 100 locally, right? If you just do the missions to obtain the Dragon Stones and the SSR tickets, which is typically around 23 million points, which shouldn't take you any more than 2 hours over the course of a whole weekend. So if you spend like 30 minutes, 40 minutes a day over the course of the weekend, especially on global with the extra time for it, you are easily going to be able to obtain this character from the local reward. So if you don't want to do it every tournament and play every tournament, this is not going to be a character who you're going to be able to rainbow, but if you do play every tournament, then you will have it by the time that we are done. So what does this character do that is so good? You guys can see it right here up in the kit. We have a whole bunch of attack and defense. We're getting additional key +2 with Turtle School category allies, which is very easy to do. That's where you're going to be running this character. We get guaranteed supers, and this character is easily clearing like the 20 million attack range pretty easy. So this guy hits very hard, is free, also seals enemy super attack when you hit him with the 18 key. So if there is an area where you can seal the character, that's where you're going to be able to use them. And like I said, you obtain him via the World Tournament rewards. So if you just play one World Tournament for a couple hours over the course of a weekend, you will be able to obtain this character once. Whenever the next World Tournament is, I'll be sure to announce that and make sure that you guys know when it is. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the adventure with friends. We have Goku, Krillin, and Bulma. This is a very well-designed character that's going to work very well on the Dragon Ball Saga team mainly. You guys can see here in the passive, we get extra attack and defense for 4 turns if we have Dragon Ball Saga Earthbred Fighters. More on that later with Earthbred Fighters. But we are also going to be getting extra attack and defense on the super attack. We're giving Dragon Ball Saga category allies extra support. We're giving Earthbred Fighters extra support on the 18 key super attack. And then we are also getting extra attack and defense and then crit chance with Dragon Ball Saga allies, right? So this is a very good character. Let's go ahead and pull up the event that you need to farm him up now. Okay, so we are going to be getting him from the event of Grand Adventure Quest for the Dragon Balls, and to farm up the character specifically, you're going to get them from level 1, and then the medals are going to be farmed up via a different method, so let's go ahead and talk about that now. The medals to get this character to a TUR are going to be in the 21st World Tournament Dragon Ball Story event. That is in the Dragon Ball Story tab. We go in here and you're going to be able to farm up the medals. And then when it comes to making them into an LR, it's going to be a little bit different here. Probably a little bit more of the same medals, but you can see them from these events right here. So we're going to go back into the Dragon Ball Story event, and it's going to be obtained. Of course, there's not like an... why do I not have the thing for this? Okay, so it's going to be from that same event. We need to farm up 10 of the Krillin medals, 10 of the Goku medals, then 10 of the Bulma medals, and then you're going to be able to Dokkan Awaken this character into an LR. So Goku, Krillin, and Bulma, very nice character here to farm up free to play, and they are going to be very well for you. So let's go ahead and move on, and the next one is going to be the Pajamas Beerus. This is a very nice defensive character that can work well on a few different teams, being Planetary Destruction, Realm of God, Space Traveling Warriors, Bond Master Disciple, like real teams, super bosses. This character has a lot of defensive potential where there's just not going to be a ton of situations where they're going to get lit up, especially in like the lower tier of endgame content. This character is going to be able to work out very well for you. He has a taunt mechanic, which is going to make him invincible defensively. And again, being a free-to-play character, this is going to work out very well for you. So where do we obtain this character? It is going to be a Sleepy Pajamas. Like, it's going to be like a Beerus event that you guys will see. Let me pull that up now. Okay, so it's going to be from this event right here, the Super Warrior Memorial, Goku, and the God of Destruction. You can see God Goku down here with Beerus. You just go into the stage right here, you farm up the medals in stage 1, you get the TUR medals in stage 3, and then last but not least, you get the LR medals over on stage 5. Farm these all the way up until you have all the copies, and then you are good to go. This is a very good character. So let's go ahead and move on. We have Trunks and Broly. This character is farmed up via farming up quest mode and Incredible Gems. The best stages to get stuff like Incredible Gems, I will link those in the pinned comment, just because, you know, it'll be like a whole other video. But just running through quest mode and finding quest stages that drop the green Incredible Gems. I think I did a video recently covering, it was 37.3. That does blue and green Incredible Gems, but that is how you are going to be farming up this character. You're going to get the copies from the quest mode, and then you're going to use green Incredible Gems in order to Dokkan Awaken them further and get them to where they need to be. So that is that with this character. You guys can see they are an orb changer. They're getting a whole bunch of extra attack, a whole bunch of extra defense. They've got a decent chance to do another super, a high chance of performing a crit. This character just has a lot to their kit, like to themselves, and they're very easy to farm up. And it's also just a really cool concept. Trunks fighting with Broly is obviously not something that we saw in Dragon Ball, so very nice to see something like this being added to the game, and that is why they are here on this list. So Trunks and Broly, very easy to farm up, just get green Incredible Gems. If you need to look up another method, like I said, I will have that in the pinned comment with guides for that. So let's go ahead and move on, and this is where things are going to get a little bit more fun, because we just have, well, let's do this character first, actually. Prime Battle Goku. So Prime Battle Goku, this is another character that I have to leave a guide for. But again, we'll have, like, so the pinned comment is going to be a bunch of my guides, so that way you guys know where to get these characters. So this character right here, Prime Battle Goku, we have to farm up 6 specific free-to-play characters, and that is not going to be in this video, because again, this could literally be like a 20-minute video in and of itself. But after you easy A this character, you Dokkan Awaken him, you easy A him, and you super easy A him, this character is sick, right? When you're up against extreme class enemies, we have a guaranteed crit. When we're up against super attack enemies, we have, or super typing enemies, we are effective against all types, so that's going to help as well offensively. We're giving support for super class allies. We're getting extra attack and defense on the super attack. We're getting way more damage in the second spot of the turn, and then if we, or the second or third slot, but then if we throw them in the first slot, we do get extra guard, or in the second slot, right? So slot 2 is really where this guy is going to be maximized, and I think that is going to work out very well. But again, first you have to do the prime battle for this character, then you have to get a certain amount of characters and rainbow them and get them all ready to go in order to do an extreme Z area to easy A this character, and then you need to do an additional step in order to super easy A him. So it is a whole process that unfortunately I cannot cover in this video, because again, I don't want to make it too long for you. So let's go ahead and move on to the next free-to-play LR Goku, and that is going to be the version Z Beginner's Missions base Goku. This character is incredible, and he's very easy to farm up for being free, right? This is a character now who is able to be farmed up via the beginner missions, the greatest warrior mission boards, which have been vastly reduced in terms of difficulty and the amount of time it takes. You just need to do those, and you will be getting this character all ready to go. So what does he do, right? He has guard in slot 1, we have damage reduction for 3 turns, we have a guaranteed additional super if he does get hit, we are giving support, we're getting extra attack and defense when we are attacking extreme class ally enemies, and then we also have more chance to perform a crit with super class allies on the team. So this is a nice ace unit for beginner players that is going to be ran alongside the free-to-play Saiyan Saga team, which works very well in synergy with this Goku. So we're going to be talking about that whole team next, and first up we have Chaozu. Now Chaozu is an orb changer, and then also has support, right? That is going to be the thing he's doing. He's orb changing, he's dodging, and he's giving support. So that is going to be very good for a free character. Then now let's move on to Tien. Now Tien, again, is going to be very similar. We're getting a lot of extra attack and defense with Bond of Friendship. We're getting damage reduction with Rainbow Key Spheres, and then we also have Rainbow Key Sphere Orb Changers on the team, which is going to help out this this Tien in order to do a ton of damage to the enemy, and he's just going to work out very well for us. Let's go ahead and move on, and now we have Yamcha. You guys can see we have reduced damage received by within the same turn. So if we are under 50% HP at the start of a turn, we get damage reduction by 70. So he then can go into a slot 1 tank after that condition for the first turn, right? We have an additional super attack in slot 2. We have an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. So there are a lot of times where you're going to be seeing this character triple supering, and then also having damage reduction when we are under 50% HP for a turn. So very, very nice for a free character. Now, let's go ahead and move on to Krillin. This is another character on the free-to-play Saiyan Saga team, and these characters are all obtained via the same process. So this guy has a chance of dodging, and then we also have attack and defense on Super. We have Saiyan Saga category allies, which is essentially this whole team. He is a support unit. Then we are also getting more chance of evading an attack if the enemy is debuffed with this character, which this character is going to be doing. So in the second slot, this character is going to work out very well. And then we are also giving extra support when we have a Goku around, which the version Z LR Goku is going to be fulfilling. So this character works out very well in the free-to-play slot, especially on the free-to-play Saiyan Saga team. Let's move on to the last Saiyan Saga free-to-play character, and this is going to be Gohan and Piccolo, one of the better ones of the bunch. You guys can see here, we get extra key, attack and defense all over the place, right, with Saiyan Saga Earthbred Fighter category allies, which is essentially the whole team anyway. And then attack and defense plus 150% when performing a super attack. We're getting extra chance to crit, right? We have an extra chance of becoming a super class, or we're getting extra super attacks when we have a full super class team. Again, very easy to proc. And then we have damage reduction when a Goku is around on the team, not just in that turn. So this character is just going to have perma damage reduction, which is very nice. It's going to pair well with being like a slot 1 character in some scenarios, just not in most endgame content. But again, for a free-to-play beginners team, I think that these characters all work out very well. Now, for the last character on this list, let's go ahead and look at Physical Hit. Now, this was a character that I missed recently when I did my free-to-play tier list. I just kind of let him slip because I just didn't have a lot of time to evaluate him. I probably should have waited a little bit, but this character is very good, right? He is a Rainbow Warp Changer. He has launches an additional attack that has a 66% chance of becoming a super attack when we have a Rainbow Key Sphere obtained. Very nice, right? We have a high chance to dodge, extra attack and defense, and then extra dodge chance when the key is 12. So a ton of chances to dodge. We can potentially, after we dodge, we counter, we can stun. This character is getting a bunch of attack and defense. He works out very, very well. So this is one of the better free-to-play characters in the game as well. And when it comes to where to get him, we are going to be getting him from the Universe 6, one of the Universe 6 story events. It should say like on there. Let me just pull it up for you. I guess we can just give me 1 second. So the Warriors of Universe 6 event, right? This one's very easy. Champa Vados, all the gang here is on the front. Stage 1 is how we farm up the character, and then we are going to need different metals to awaken him. So there you guys have it, a Dokkan free-to-play list of a bunch of different free characters here who are doing a ton of work for you on these different teams. So let me know down below what you guys think. Let me pull him up just to close this out. What free characters here do you like? Are you missing any of them? Are there some of those you need to farm? Again, if you don't know how to do any of these, like specifically that I mentioned, I will go ahead and leave all the different guides in the pinned comment. So go ahead and check down there and also leave a comment saying thank you if you did find something useful. So I love all you guys. Don't forget that. If you did enjoy today's video, leave a like before you go and subscribe if you are new around here so you don't miss out on any of the Dokkan content that I'm posting around here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.